때도 있고 싫을 때도 있어요. 그 북적북적하고 뭔가 붐비면서 화려한 느낌이 굉장히 예쁘고 아름다워 보일 때도 있지만
사람의 통일이라도 중요해 생각해요. 그래서 사람의 통일은 뭐냐면은 북한을 이해하는 거예요.
저는 유치원도 영어 유치원 다니고 학원 되게 많이 다녔어요. 영어 학원 초등학교 때부터 2개씩 다니고 제가 목동에 사는데 목동이 워낙 그런 학원열이 높다 보니까 그렇게 되는 것 같아요.
써니에 나온 것보다 굉장히 더 심하게 많이 세우는 경우가 많았어요. 굉장히 기습적으로 잘 세우는 애들이 많아서.
한국인의 통일의식을 주제로 한 국내 최초 영상 인터뷰 전시회인 7천만의 한국인들이 경복궁 역사 내 서울 메트로 미술관에서 오는 13일까지 열립니다. 트랜스미디어 연구소가 주최하는 이번 전시회는 지난 8개월간 500여 명의 대학생을 대상으로 한 인터뷰로 구성됐으며 높이 3m, 길이 60m의 화면을 통해 통일의 의미와 통일세 등 통일 한국을 준비하는 국민의식 지형도를 그렸습니다.
Before I came to Seoul, by watching dramas and some advertisement, it's a lot of technology and in high buildings. Yeah, that's why my first impression. Every time I thought about Korea, it was a lot of technology.
Maybe it can be like a restaurant, and it's nice food right here, and maybe some how can I say it, some traditions. I like the traditions here, the people is a lot to study and study and study, and that's why the Koreans are very prepared to everything, and the school designs, the classroom, that's really cool.
Of my country, I've been to Washington, D.C. maybe once for a little bit. It was really short, but I feel like Washington, D.C. is a very, how do I put it? Something that's for history and politics, so it's very clean and very well maintained, but you don't see as much life or people there. It was pretty empty, but very manicured. But Seoul has a lot of life behind it. Everything is there for a purpose, and someone built it for a reason and somewhere to live.
Well, the capital city in my country, in Mexico, it's also very big. That's why I thought Seoul will be very crowded. Mexico City has around 20 million people, so it's huge as well. I think the main difference is their organization and how the subway is very organized. I mean, Mexico City has a very organized subway as well, but it's very messy. And in here it's very organized, or the people itself, the culture is very ordered. So I think that's a huge difference. And another one would be that I feel very, very safe at night in here. I mean, Mexico City, you can feel safe too, but in here, any place I have went to, I have never felt insecure in any moment. I have felt very safe, and especially with my friends that are women, they can go alone, and in Mexico, they need to go with someone else to feel safe. And in here, you can go alone and have a great life. I mean, that's something that I really, really, really like Seoul compared to my capital city. But in regards of culture, in regards of nightlife, I think they're pretty similar. But I think the most important aspect would be organization and security.
전 상해에서 왔거든요. 그래서 서울이랑 상해 큰 차이가 없다고 생각했어요. 그냥 교통도 편하고 그 공공시설 같은 것도 편하고 그리고 놀고도 많고 맛있는 것도 많다고 생각했어요. 그래서 좀 고향이랑 비슷한 느낌 있을 것 같다고 생각했어요.
Yeah, I mean, like, I used to think that I can't really, travel alone. I mean, just, do activities alone. And so because I can't really understand or speak Korean well, and I know, like, Korean people don't really use English really often. But maybe just because I have had some Korean friends and practice a lot, I was, like, kind of familiar with, the daily conversations of Korean. So I mean, even I go to the restaurant now alone, I can order food. Even with the ajumba, the old people, I can do that.
딱히 그 사람 없는데 근데 그 시장 한번 시장을 가봤었는데 시장에서 그 아주머니들이 되게 친절하시고 이렇게 예쁘다 아가씨 되게 예쁘다 이렇게 말해줘서 내가 생각했었던 한국 사람들의 이미지가 조금 다른 것 같아서 그게 제일 인상 깊었던 것 같아요.
Okay, initially I thought Koreans would be less friendly because they seem so serious all the time. After being here, I realized that the people here are actually quite conservative in a way. But if you do interact with them, they're actually quite nice people and friendly. Quite helpful also at times. Like they might seem very gloomy, but when you actually ask them questions, they're actually quite bright and friendly people to interact with. Yeah.
人と人とが近いことにびっくりしました。実際のその、気持ちの近さもあるし、あと人と人との距離の近さにびっくりしました。
I'll hope that I can bring back definitely memories. I can't definitely bring the infrastructure back, but I can bring back concepts that I understand through SKKU, where we learn through the old city tour during the orientation, where some places that we can infuse with tradition and a bit of modern together. But I think overall, I will bring it back as actually the attitude towards communicating with people and the attitude towards life.
There is a difference between the people, definitely, because in here, people are a lot more, when you go into stores, very friendly, very interactive. In England, it's not like that. They're a lot more welcoming here, and in England, it's just a bit, everyone minds their own business.
Maybe like the attitude of Korean people, like in my opinion, I think that Korean people are very respectful, and it's very different from France. Like in the streets, people don't act like in France. Like in my country, I know that people used to cross the street even when the light is red. So it's really different in the attitude of people. Even when you go to a restaurant, like people don't talk that much to you in France. Like everybody can talk to you in the streets. It's really different. I think like we don't have the same intimacy and same proximity with the other people. So we don't interact the same way here than in France. So I think that the attitude of people and Korean people is what surprised me the most here, because it's really different from what I'm used to.
girls are all very beautiful, and guys are always have the like similar haircuts. Yeah, that's very surprising.
I think the fashion in Seoul is really trendy. Like people get into the trend, and according to the weather, also people wear different kind of clothes. But in Malaysia, it's only summer, so everybody just wear a t-shirt and a shorts. But here, according to the weather, and we have different type of style, and everybody has their own personality showing through their clothes as well. So I think this is a really good thing about Seoul. Like people can wear whatever they want to show their personality, their preference, and yeah.
I was pretty surprised at how well Koreans dress. Like, say for example, compared to my country, right? It's a generalization, I guess, because my school is in the suburb area, but we tend to just dress very relaxed. Shorts, t-shirt, and it's also a very hot country. So when I came here, I kind of noticed that everyone in Seoul, they dressed really, really nicely. So very clean-cut shirts and like nice clean-cut pants, and then their shoes are actually really nice. Every time I walk past a Korean lady with nice shoes, wow, I want those. But yeah, that's actually what really, that's the impression also that I had, yeah.
제가 가장 한국 사실 배우들을 너무 좋아해요. 영화 배우들. 네.
가장 좋아하는 영화 배우는 누구예요?
하정우 씨. 네. 하정우 씨.
어떤 게 가장 좋았나요? 하정우 씨.
이거 그분은 쓰기는 잘하고 네. 그리고 연기를 잘하고, 그리고 5월대 정신회 그림 정신회는 열었어요. 네, 이거 그 배우들을 가장 다른 탤런트 있어요. 쓰기, 그리고 펜팅, 그리고 연기를 잘해서 이거 제일 좋아하는 이유예요. 네. 여신이 생활하는 배우들 제일 존경하고요. 네.
K-pop star. I really like Infinite, but because that was the first group I met, and I started searching more about Korea because of them. Yeah, so they're like.
I knew about K-pop because my friend was really into it, so she saw BTS in London, and I knew about the food was quite spicy, but I didn't really know much else about it because I don't know, I just never really heard about it that much apart from those things really.
Recycling. Here recycling is really big. In England, no, it's not that intense, but I was really surprised when I came here. Everyone cares about recycling and keeping things a lot clean. Yeah.
I love to get the keychain or the bookmarks. Yeah, because I know Korea is an example of a person who was studying a lot. Then I see the mark of culture and then study, so I bought the bookmarks. That's why.
사실 제가 걱정하는 점 없는데 친구들이 전쟁 발생할까봐 걱정한다고 말 자주 들었어요.
I mean, because I'm currently living in the UK, and people in the UK they don't really have so many, nightclubs, or I mean, the nightlife. Actually, was quite different than in the UK, because you have
so many options. You can go to the nightclub, you can go to the norebang karaoke, you can go to different restaurants, like different cuisine. But like in the UK, people just close their shop like around 5 p.m. So that's quite different.
좋을 때도 있고 싫을 때도 있어요. 그 북적북적하고 뭔가 붐비면서 화려한 느낌이 굉장히 예쁘고 아름다워 보일 때도 있지만
사람의 통일이라도 중요해 생각해요. 그래서 사람의 통일은 뭐냐면은 북한을 이해하는 거예요.
저는 유치원도 영어 유치원 다니고 학원 되게 많이 다녔어요. 영어 학원 초등학교 때부터 2개씩 다니고 제가 목동에 사는데 목동이 워낙 그런 학원열이 높다 보니까 그렇게 되는 것 같아요.
써니에 나온 것보다 굉장히 더 심하게 많이 세우는 경우가 많았어요. 굉장히 기습적으로 잘 세우는 애들이 많아서